Hello everyone, this is Cipher Dec, and we are back in Space Engineers, finally. So I have two ships that you've probably already seen before, or seen something like them by me or someone else, and I thought I would show them to you while on my smallest ship thing that I've made to date, which can get pretty close and review what it is that I'm making. So what these two ships are and why I made them is because if you've been following me on Twitter or if you've been seeing me throughout Reddit here and there, I've been talking about the fact that I'm remaking, and it was requested that I remake my original ship, which was the solar sail. So that is what I did. It's twice the size of the original solar sail as far as mass, length, height, everything. The only difference, maybe, I really don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have as many solar panels, but I could be completely wrong. So what it is the ship is now more of a carrier. It, of course, has a lot of cargo space for materials, as it has crates upon large crates through a whole system area. It also has manufacturing like the previous one did, but this one has a real hangar, and the previous one did not. I think I remember having one small mining ship that had some kind of jank connection that it connected to. It was before the actual connectors worked correctly, and so that has all been fixed and works now. And you can also see that I put cameras under them so that they can connect. There's a difference of how these things are going to be used versus how these are going to be used. These are going to be controlled by a military force. Total 48 members. Each ship, by the way, has a beacon on it. And not right now, but later on, each beacon will say Eclipse Patroller, and then it will have the person's first name or first initial and last name. So each ship is actually individually belonging to a person. That way, if a ship runs into the carrier itself and does damage, you know who it is. If you're out fighting and a drone is destroyed and you need to go pick it up, when they go to repair it, they know who they need to resynchronize it to, and so on. And so that's how these are going to be set. The people are in the hidden in the hull of the ship somewhere, and they're in an armored room where these guys will actually have chairs that sit right in front of where the ship is landed, and they will sit down and take control of the ship, look through the camera, and go find an asteroid. And these sensors here will turn on these mining drills, and then also turn on these. Oh my goodness, the gyro is crazy on this. Turn on these big thrusters. Now, the big difference and why these things are so bulky compared to, say, other ships that I and other people have made is because of the fact that this, let's get in here real quick, is battery powered. All of these, every ship, every tool, everything that is on the solar cell is going to be battery powered, including the solar cells. I don't know what is going on with the lights, including the solar cell itself, because it is going to have a matrix, I want to call it, or an array of batteries. And right now, for those batteries to be fully charged, it's going to take 4 full real life days for it to be up and running on its own and not charging anymore. I'm not going to wait that long to do a video on it. I just have a few things I have to finish up. One of them is I need to build a mining ship, which I've done, and I need to build patrolling ships because it has no defenses at all. Let me go ahead and get out of this, show you that little ship. There it is, all contained into one little tiny square. But yeah, these guys, they're all bots. They're all being controlled, so that nobody gets hurt. And the hangar itself has a complicated door. It's not complicated. That's the wrong word to use, but it's not normal. Let's say, do I even have a block? Let's see if I have a block on one of these. All right, let's use this one. Say this is, say this platform is your actual hub. There's a piston that pushes the door straight out, and these ships have to move in under the door to get into it. And it seems very stupid. Whenever I was coming up with it, it sounded very stupid. But it's practical. Because of the fact that the door itself is heavy armor and it has more than one layer. And if you're being attacked, you're trying to get these guys out, but you don't want your people to be dying inside of your hangar. Or your drones or people, whatever's inside the hangar, you want to be able to get these guys out without having to get hurt. So let me go ahead and take care of this patroller. I'm going into a lot more information probably than I need to over 2 drones. But what these guys would do is they would line up against the wall. And they do something along these lines. And then once the door opens, they would all shoot straight out forward. Very, very slow. They're completely heavy armored. They have no... Oh, did I lose the ship? Oh, yeah. Anyway, they're completely heavy armored, so they're slow, but they can take the hits. So the door is a weird mechanism, but it allows ships to get out and in it without compromising the safety of the people inside of your carrier itself. Another thing that I did on this is, of course, you can see there are connectors, conveyors that are connecting cargo containers to these guns, and those are refueled through the connector here. The actual battery is within this section right here, and you'll see that there are 3 cameras, and I may even bring these 2 sidewalls out forward even more. But I watched a guy who did a video on making a defense bot or patroller. And he said, and he even showed in his video where if you are being attacked by a turret automatically, not a person controlling it, the turret will almost always go for your most forefacing camera. So by putting cameras within the armor or setting them back more, it is more protected that way, allowing you to, if one camera goes down, you can switch to another. They're all pretty much facing the same way as the gun, so it's easy to still control it. Probably the hardest camera to control with is going to be the bottom one, but you're going to be able to have control and limp this thing back to your ship. So that's why these are made the way they are. And as far as the miners go, this is just going to be inconvenient, but it needs to be done. There's 4 actual doors, 1 for each side of the hangar. And that also, again, leaves, makes it so that you're not so exposed whenever you're doing moving ships in and out of the actual solar sail. So if that makes any sense. On the solar panel setup that I had to power both of these, which only took 15 minutes to power them, there were a total of 10 solar cells or solar panels. On my actual big ship, it has I think it is over 1,000. I may be wrong. Maybe it's a few hundred, but it's still a lot. So these will charge pretty fast if you don't have all your batteries being charged on the ship at the same time. Another thing is that before, I may not take the time before, but at some point before I put the Eclipse solar cell on the workshop, I'm going to actually set it up so that the batteries that are charging are in sectors, so that you have a total of 4 sectors. 1 sector only at a time is being charged. It'll make it so that you at least have a set of batteries that are charged before you go on to the next one. You then uncheck that whole sector to stop charging and move on to the next sector until all of them are charged. Then and only then you actually start going back and recharging, and that's only if you need to. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of talking just for 2 ships though. So anyway guys, that's really everything I had. I just wanted to talk about what I'm doing with the solar sail. And again, if you haven't seen any pictures of it or anything, I will leave a link. Actually, I'll post in the I'll post a comment in this video that has a link going to the album that has the pictures for the main ship. The interiors aren't done. I'm trying to find a good mod pack that has a good set of military and civilian living quarters items, like desks, chairs, beds. Military want bunk bed kind of situation, so because you're going to have in the civilian quarters, each person is probably going to get their own room or share a room, where the military quarters are all going to be like rows and rows of bunk beds. There's only 48 people, so I mean the rows are going to be staggered so that it fits better. But yeah, that's the only things that I'm really working on. And I finally finished the whole ship. I finally finished the actual thruster bays. Finally finished the doors. The other thing that I haven't even converted it into a ship yet. Once I do, each solar section or each solar cell section has a name, like Alpha, Beta, Delta, Charlie, and each one of those sectors has a camera looking down at the actual solar panels to see if it's aligned right, and it has a rotor that allows you to turn that specific sail towards the sun. So this, when I'm done and when I finally show it, you'll actually see that all the solar panels are actually facing towards the sun, and they're not just all straight like you see in the pictures that I'm going to post. Wow. Okay, I think I've covered everything. 2 ships that are going to go inside of the hangar. 20 of these, 48 of these somehow. And I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. If you have any ideas for mod packs, That'd be awesome. If you can find a mod pack that gives small ship sized solar panels. And I already found small ship size glass. If I can get those, I will make a small armor version of the large ship and do both of those videos, do that as a video where you can see both of them side by side. But I can't find anything that has solar panels that are small ship size or equally sized to the small ship as the large ship, if you know what I'm talking about. If you do and you found something, that would be awesome, because I like to create offshoots. Like, if you've seen any of the race cars that I've done, I've made a small version and a large ship version. And I would definitely, it's almost like having a model of the original, but smaller. And I'd love to do one of those. So hit me up, please. So 2 new ships, going inside of a bigger ship, looking for small ship solar panels that are the size, that are 1-to-1 scale versions of the large ship versions. And that's it, guys. And mods for interior. If you have any questions, let me know. Please leave comments below. Please like. And if you like what you're seeing, or are definitely wanting to see the big ship when it's finally done, hit that little button that says subscribe. Subscribe right there. Right there. Right down at the bottom. Anyway, I'm done pandering. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Peace out.